In 2020, China was the only major economy that saw positive growth in the pandemic-ravaged year. According to the International Monetary Fund's latest projection, China's economy is expected to grow by 8.1% this year. How did China's fiscal policy help support the economic recovery? And how should China continue to boost economic growth? Today, I'm joined by Vitor Gaspar, Director of IMF's Fiscal Affairs Department. So, official data showed that China's GDP exceeded 100 trillion yuan threshold last year, with a 2.3% GDP growth rate. What role did fiscal policy play in China's recovery in 2020?
China did respond forcefully to COVID-19 with fiscal policy. There was quite a substantial emphasis on public investment, but also on support to households and firms. There were some measures of tax relief in the process. Going forward, in the government's plans, support will continue. There will be a gradual reduction in the overall deficit over time. This situation of a very persistent fiscal support by the Chinese government seems to be completely appropriate given the nature of the shock.
Can you describe China's economic development in 2020 amid the pandemic in 3 key words?
I would say 3 words. I would say great so far. And so I would emphasize that if you look at the G20 economies, China can claim that it did control COVID-19 up to now, and that is going well. It has recovered part of the economic activity that it lost at the beginning of the year. It did recover so strongly that, as you emphasized right at the beginning, the growth rate for the year as a whole is positive. It's one of the very few economies in the world and the major economy that has such performance, and therefore great so far is, I believe, a good way of characterizing what's going on in 3 words. But going forward, there are still many challenges having to do with China's own domestic growth, but also some challenges that play out at the global level and where China's contribution is very important.